It has nothing to do with the man. Women that stay with the man after he's cheated or embarrassed her publicly, it has nothing to do with the man. It has absolutely nothing to do with the man. It has to do with her ego. It's your ego that makes you stay with that man. The man can be replaced. The man isn't the best thing since sliced bread. The man ain't even that fine. It's your ego that makes you feel like, I don't want that bitch to have one up on me. I don't want her having my benefits. I don't want her having my health care. I don't want her having my house. I don't want her around my kids. I don't want her to get those coins. But if you think about it, all of those things are tangible things that you can obtain in different ways. One, by another man, if that's what you're about, but yourself. And it's not like Rashida doesn't have the money. It has nothing to do with Kirk. It has to do with her ego, her pride of letting go of a relationship. Everyone's talking about, oh, they have businesses together. It's cheaper to. What? They used to say that when it came to you being a woman that had nothing on your own, that it's cheaper to keep her. Rashida has her own. If we need to split the assets, let's split the assets. That's not even your job to split the assets. That's a lawyer's job. But it's not because of that. It's because her ego is not letting her leave Kirk.
Wow. I totally disagree with everything that she's saying here. First of all, it sounds like a woman who's speaking this. First of all, women are not driven by egos. So let's take that out of the equation first. Women are driven by love and their emotions. So clearly here, Rashida still is in love with her husband. You know, he's had their love in hip hop stars. She's a rapper. He's a producer. Um, Clearly here, you know, he's had some infidelities, had a child outside of the marriage, during the marriage. She has 3 kids for him, I think. But I know she has a couple of kids for him. This girl has been with this man for a very long time, over 20 something years. And she's endured a lot, you know, to hold on to this relationship. And women that stay into relationships, this amount of time don't stay in because, especially when they don't need the material possessions that that person offers, they stay because they're simply in love with the man. She's in love with him, regardless to whether who sees it, why they see it, what they think about him. She loves this man. And whatever this man provides her with, whatever feeling it is that she gets from this man, she can't get it from nobody else. So she thinks she can't get it from nobody else. And on the second thing, it's not as easy to go out after you've had several kids, you've gotten older, to start over again. So she's made a hell of an investment into this marriage. So why she thinks she should just up and start over and find another man if that's what she wants, or just be alone raising her kids? Does that sound logical?
Absolutely not. Guys, I notice a lot of y'all be checking us out, man. Can y'all please just hit that like button, put it in the algorithm, man, so the algorithm can pick it up and share the video with a lot of other people that want to check the show out, and go ahead and subscribe for me also. But I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. If this lady sitting up here talking about this woman has an ego, that's the reason why she's staying with that, then, you know, I vehemently disagree, because just like you say, women don't operate on ego. And if you are a woman that has a big ego in the sense of, you know, I got money, I got the house, I got this, I got that, then shit. Well,
And that's not even ego. That's pride. When a woman has a lot to offer, and you know, she's well off, her pride prevents her from doing certain things. It's pride. It ain't an ego. That's masculine. It's pride. So
exactly.
her pride prevents her from, you know, maybe taking a man that will love her who may not make as much money as she has, you know, or taking a man that may not be as attractive as most men, or fine. He might be overweight. He may not be as handsome in the face, but yet he can offer her all the luxuries of love and comfort and protection and, you know, intimacy. It's her pride. Sometimes, you know, women tend to have foolish pride, and that pride will keep them from doing that. They'll be shameful of that person. Now they'll talk to that man and they'll lay with him at nighttime and in the dark, but they won't be seen with him in the daytime out in the light. So it's nothing but pride. When women do those things, the things that drive women are their emotion, their pride, and love. That's it. And of course the other ones that you don't want to talk about is anger and hate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what drive them.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
mean,
And those are all emotions.
exactly. A
So
woman just not gonna stay with you out of ego. She's just
exactly.
not gonna do it. And if she try to do it, it's gonna be very hard. Only masculine women
Exactly.
that's really, really masculine can go down that path, and even then, eventually, they will surrender.
Mm-hmm.
Women stay with a man because they love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
They love him, and if they try to stay with him and they don't love him, it's normally chaotic. It's really, really chaotic, and it's more chaotic for him. I mean, for her than it is him. It's as
Mm-hmm.
simple as that.
Or
Uh,
it's that nurturing side of her that don't want her kids to grow up without their dad. Now, there's some women will stay strictly off of that, you know?
Yeah, men tend to stay more with their family for the kids than the women do.
Mm-hmm.
Women will up and leave, and they have this idea that hey, I just go start all over, and it'll be all right. Men don't really see it being all right, starting all over, but so they try to stay in there because men see the family as togetherness or ordeal. Women pretty much, a lot of women just see, hey, if I have kids, then the kids and me is a family. That's
Mm-hmm.
just a husband, and I can replace him. That's simply how most women see it. Now, that's not to say that's all or that's an end all be all thing, but that's just how it is.
But it's
But
not
in a
as
case
easy
where
to
a woman, go ahead.
go ahead. I was saying it's not as easy to replace the man um as a lot of women would think. Even if you're a
Yeah,
very beautiful woman, if you're a very popular woman, you have to look at the life that you've led. She's been with this man for over 20 years.
exactly.
So there's not very many men who are going to want to step in that just as men. That's something that typically men don't do. They don't go behind another man after those type of years and investment. He knows that pretty much that man has gotten the best of that woman. He
Yeah.
knows her like no other man will ever know her.
Eh,
So is it possible? Yes. But is it likely? No. They'll sleep with you, but to go and marry you and wife you up again, that's going to be rare.
yeah. And I'm when you're talking in those terms, or most men are not gonna do something. Look, you can always find a sucker to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But we talking about a guy, the type of guy that she probably wants, that she probably looks as somebody that could lead her, or she could follow. She can be that woman that she wants to be. That kind of guy, not no jive ass nigga. Because it's always gonna be a dude that come along that, hey, you know what? You want to get married, huh? I'll marry you, but you know
Yeah, you
how
won't be a
that
stand
what
up
kind of
guy.
value you getting in this cat?
Mm-hmm.
So
Because to
yeah.
me, I mean, I'm not a man, but I just being as a woman and having standards and morals and values, I would think, why would I want to go behind a man that been with a woman 27 years? He's got the
Yeah,
best of her. She's
yeah,
older now, she has kids, and it's no disrespect to older women. I mean, it is possible there are women who lose their spouse and God gives them another spouse. They meet somebody and both of them have something in common. But I'm saying these are young people. And typically you've invested all this time. You've been in the public eye. You're a rapper. Even that lifestyle you're in makes it very hard for another man to come in and wife you and be take stewardship over your life with your kids.
exactly.
It's hard. So I don't know if giving her that advice, and see, people are so quick to get on the internet and give advice about your marriage. And most of the time, those that's giving you that advice ain't married or never been married. But they got so many opinions on why you should give up your marriage and live the single life or be out here. Or, girl, it's so many men out here that's flocking all over us. So if that was the case, then why aren't more of you married?
Exactly. Cause you ain't got nothing but a bunch of smash guys. You ain't got nothing but some smash niggas. That's it. They ain't
And the
got no
first
you,
thing,
yeah. That's
The
all.
first thing out their mouth, oh, because he just a mess around guy. He just somebody that I sleep with. So you're gonna keep going around with mess around
No,
guys,
no. Show
and
us
think
the so
somebody else
no,
gonna marry you.
no. Let us see the list with the no mess around dudes on. That's what I want. Let's see that list. I don't want to see the mess around list. The
That's
mess around list.
crazy to
Every woman
me.
got a mess around list. Let's see what the list look like for the guys that you got on it. That's you don't consider them to mess around. Them the potentially main dude guys. Let's check that list out.
I
I don't
think
want to hear
that's
that mess
so
around list. I'm
crazy
tired of
when
seeing mess around lists. That's what I'm
I,
tired of.
I think it's crazy when women get on these podcasts and on social media and say, "Oh, I want to be married." Well, are you dating? Are you with somebody now? Yeah, I'm seeing somebody. Well, why you not married to him? Oh, I wouldn't marry him. He just a mess around guy. He just good for sex and paying bills. Really? So you're
Well,
gonna waste you're gonna waste your body, your time. Cause see, I
I,
don't understand how they think that the man is only getting sex out of this. Like, oh, I'm just giving him sex. That's it. Dude, he's using your body, he's using your time, he's
man,
taking from you something you can't get back. And you say he the mess around guy. That's all he is. So you're gonna get a messed around guy, the best of you, and you're gonna save the scrap for the marrying guy? Make it make sense. Come on, Kevin. Make it make sense for me.
let me
Make
tell
it
you
make
something.
sense.
These so-called matter of fact, shit, you might be using him. You still there talking, trying to get us to believe that this guy he pay the bills and and all I get from him is you paying the bills and him giving me sex. I'm starting to think, you know what? I need to dig a little deep on this here kind of shit right here. I really need to dig a little deeper. I think you be lying. I think a lot of these women lying, man. I think a lot of these women got these dudes that, hey, man, they really want to marry, and all he want to do is smash. And you just letting it smash, hoping that he'll want to marry you. And that's about how it's going. And you talking about, oh no, I wouldn't marry him. No, he don't want to marry you.
Hmm. No,
Stop it.
let me tell you. Let me give you a different perspective on that, because I do believe that they're what we call the in the dark guys. They're the guys that you won't be seeing out. You know how you be telling me about the ones, the twos, and the threes. Well, with women,
Yeah.
they call them the in the dark guys. So
Yeah.
they come over late. You call
Mm-hmm.
them over just for sex. They don't look that well. They may be regular. They shit. Most of them is lower than regular. Like they at home with mama, still living in mama house, playing the video games all day. But the sex game is good. So you call them after dark. Those the after dark guys. And if they got a
Wait.
little change, they'll give you a little change. They might pay a light bill. They might get your hair fixed. They may give some because they know they got to give a little something because they don't have a big selection until the word get out that they working with something, and then it kind of changes a little bit for them. But for them to kind of sleep with the more attractive popular girls, they got to give up a little money here and there. So yeah, they'll pay some bills, but they're not even equipped to pay all of your bills. They can hit you up you with your lights, they can get your toes done, might can get your hair fixed, give you a couple of little money here and there, and then you call them when you just want sex after dark. So there are the after dark guys, but they don't
Wait a
they
minute.
they may want to marry her, but she ain't gonna never want to marry him.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Ladies, let me tell you something. This is a public service announcement. If you got if you have to go get a 1 or 2, I'm talking about you rate him as a 1 or 2 or after dark guys.
Hmm.
If you have one of those, something is wrong with you
Oh yeah.
because some of the most ugliest women in the world can get a fine dude to come. Listen, a dude will smash. They'll smash any woman. Nigga stick his dick in a tree trunk. He
Stop it.
will. For real. He will. If you can't get no fine dude just to come smash, then something is wrong. I get it from a guy because we don't work. It's the opposite. It's the opposite. It's harder for men to get sex than women, but we get married in time we get ready.
But see, that's
But
I think
damn, man, if you can't get
that's not
somebody,
all
an
of it.
attractive guy to swing by
No,
and
no, no,
smash
no, no,
it.
no. The attractive guy is the guy that she wants. That's the want guy. So she'll go out with him and she'll sleep with him, but he ain't paying no bills. He ain't paying no bills. Not none, not helping. That's why I'm saying the after dark guys is the guys that come around
Okay,
when they call
okay, I
them
get what you said. You
and
talking about the guys that they want to pay the bills?
that wants to pay the bills.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. The guys that will give them some money and pay a few bills here and there, and
and in
in
return,
return
you
they
you
have
can
sex
swing
with them.
by
Yeah,
round by
but the guys that are
130.
attractive, yes, will they sleep with you? But let's see how are they going to pay your bills because guys that are
I
attractive,
thought you were
they
talking about women that's just looking for some sex.
no, 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 no.
Okay, okay,
Women are never just looking for sex.
yeah.
Remember now, sex is a tool. Very seldom. Now, when a woman gets a little bit more mature and over 40, she might just be looking for sex. She's set in life. She's kind of financially stable. She's not in a relationship. Maybe have had a failed marriage. And those women will look just for sex. And they're going to look for sex with a nice face and a nice body because they don't care about you paying no bills. But I'm talking about the young women between, say, 18 and maybe 35, 36 years old, maybe even as high as 38. The paying the bill guys that you don't want is the after dark guys. The guys who just sneak in and creep in and get a little sex when you want their money. The guys that are attractive and you want to sleep with them, they're not going to pay their bills because they're not interested in them like that. They only want to sleep with them. But those are the guys that they want to be seen with because they look good. Because remember now, those guys got a hefty roster. They got several women who view them in that same standard. So they're looking for a different woman that they want to pay the bills with. And when they find that woman, that's the woman that they're going to invest in. But the women that they just out there arbitrarily sleeping with, they ain't paying no bills. Because you know
Hell
why?
no.
Why would I pay your bills when I can go over to Jane's house and sleep with her for free and she just as fine and pretty as you?
Exactly.
When they find one that they want to pay her bills, honey, they trying to wife her up. That's their woman. They letting the world know. They putting her out on Front Street. Now, if they just think you fine and you cute and they just want to hit, they ain't paying no bills. They might take you to dinner. They might take you to a movie. And even then, they got to be selective about doing that because if they got a girl that's in their roster that they really like, that they deem is on a top level, they don't want her to see them out with you. So even those guys are going to move differently with you because they know they're not trying to wife you up and they ain't trying to be with you. And they don't want to mess up and you get pregnant for them. So they're going to move differently. That's only the after dark guys that's going to do that kind of stuff because they really are interested in you, but you're not interested in them.